Schools teacher feature. We welcome from Northwest Elementary, Principal Aaron Bush and the new Assistant Principal, Ashley Moore. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for having us.
Yeah, and welcome back to Aaron, and this is Ashley's first visit. You're new to Northwest, new to the area.
New to the area. Well, I mean, we've lived in Michigan my whole life, but new to the Jackson area.
Yes, not too far. You've taught and been in Ann Arbor schools, Stockbridge schools, and now Northwest.
Yeah.
So first, I'll ask each of you the same question, but from different perspectives. What was it about Northwest schools that got your interest, Ashley?
Well, since being there, what I've found about Northwest Schools is it's not the biggest district that I've ever been in. It's not the smallest district I've ever been in. It's kind of like just right, you know, like Goldilocks. But also the fact that it's not the biggest district that I've been in, but there's definitely a lot of heart involved in the schools. And it's something that drew me in just instantly. Even my first walk into the building for my first interview, you can just feel the care and how much people want to be there for kids.
Well, that's a great compliment to those of you already there.
Yeah, very similar for me. This was 7 years ago, and Jeff Montrager had established the positive culture, and I knew it was an up-and-coming district, and just the things that he was doing to enhance the district and to make it what it is what drew me in.
I know everyone in the district's excited about the growth and the potential for added space, security. There's, I think, something going to happen to every building in the district because of the successful bond issue. You are bursting at the seams.
Yeah.
Bursting.
Classroom space, bathroom space, those are probably the two biggest parts for us, but I think that's common in every building.
We've even got, I think, some new things already at Northwest Elementary. I understand you have some new parking lots with an S.
Yeah, this has been a really nice addition for us because we have a lot of school of choice kids and a lot of parents that maybe live in the district and drop off their elementary age kids. So the morning arrival and afternoon dismissal can be very congested. So we were able to fortunately pave the entire parking lot. It used to be about halfway paved and halfway gravel. So the entire parking lot's paved all the way out to the road. And we have some barriers put in there to help the flow of traffic, so that really makes it as streamlined as possible. It's still busy, but we can get people in and out of there in a much timely manner now.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't believe how many people are dropping off and picking up their own kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, you've been, you said, in smaller districts and bigger districts. Tell us a little bit about where you were before you ended up at Northwest, Ashley.
So I started my career in Ann Arbor Public Schools. I went there K through 12, graduated from Ann Arbor Public Schools, and then eventually started my teaching career there. Taught at a couple different schools, the last school being a project-based learning STEM school. And then I was offered the opportunity to go into instructional coaching in Stockbridge, which was something that interested me. And probably the last 5 years, I've had my eye on Northwest, just some of the systems and growth that they've experienced, and it was a place that I wanted to be. So as soon as the position opened up, then
You started out as a teacher.
yes.
What were you teaching?
My first placement was in a fourth grade classroom mid-year, and then I was a first grade teacher for a couple years, and then moved up into the upper grade levels.
All right, let's talk about what's happening at Northwest Elementary. First, what are they planning with the bond? What kinds of work is planned for your building, Aaron?
I believe we're getting, the estimate is this summer to get started at the elementary level. 4 classrooms is a possibility, some upgrades to bathrooms, and maybe a new bathroom situation as well. So. Okay. Yeah, that's the plan in place right now. There's nothing been established with certainty right now, but that's the plan.
Back to school, we're, I think, 3 weeks in. Let's take a look at some of the early school days pictures.
Yeah, they're still in shorts, so you know it's back in the first week of school when it's 80, 90 degrees. But
everyone's still smiling though.
Yeah,
They're
still smiling.
Still smiling.
It's our specials team right there. This is a new piece of equipment we had for the playground last year, which PTO did a nice job of helping share for the cost on that, so we appreciate that. And this is Mrs. Anderson, who is currently still with us. She's retiring at the end of the month, and we're talking to kids on the second day of school, I believe that was, talking to each grade level. This is our 4th grade team with their dog,
With
Reggie.
Reggie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have like the 2 or 3 school dogs?
We have
Yeah.
2.
2.
Yeah, and Reggie's one of them.
Nice. All right, so we've got new staff. This is your first month back to school. What's how many students do you have at elementary?
Like 780 right now.
Okay.
We've been around 800 the last few years. We've kind of topped out right about that time and kind of flatlined a little bit, so it's manageable. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about some of the programs. I've heard about something called Marvelous Mountie program. What's that?
Yeah, do you want me to do
Go
that
ahead.
one?
Go
so,
ahead.
So she hasn't experienced it yet.
I
so
haven't
know
experienced it. I
she's
know
heard
that
about it.
it's
Yeah.
it's a great program. I know our kids are excited about it. When I've asked them about it, they know what it is. So I'm excited to learn with them this
Yeah,
year.
it's a parent event. We have it in the morning. We highlight different traits. We have a certain trait that we nominate kids. Each classroom nominates 1 or 2 students. Parents come in for a breakfast, and the traits, we'll see if I can remember. Mountie spirit is 1, 100 is 0, the nurtured heart, and then daring greatly are the 4 that we do. And then we do a 5th one where we have an all combined traits, all 4 combined for a 5th celebration. So good opportunity for the parents to take pictures and see their kids get nominated, and a good time just to recognize those kids who are role models for us.
So is it school spirit, Mountie Pride, a positivity program?
Yeah, and just being someone who's rah-rah for Northwest all the time, wearing the red and black, representing the district well.
Nice.
Yeah.
You told me, actually, before the show that your first exposure to the Northwest School District was seeing Superintendent Bontrager on this show. So there was something about seeing him that you thought, well, that might be a good guy to work for.
Yeah. Well, I had done some research on Northwest, just seen all the things that have been coming out of here for a couple of years, and then when I was going for my interview, I thought, well, I should dig even farther and do even more research. And one of the first things that popped up was him on your show, and he seemed like the kind of person that was really motivated and inspirational, and all of the types of characteristics that you want to work for. So.
Great, good to hear. Now, principal, assistant principal, what are the differences in the job titles? Is one of you like the disciplinarian?
I think
No.
Aaron's the mean one. and
Yeah,
I'm the nice one.
and I'm okay with that. Can be we can be bad cop, good cop.
Well, how do you, I guess, how do you work together? What is the role of the 2 jobs?
Yeah, we pretty much have a shared job duties. That's as far as like discipline or evaluations and anything that we do. We have a shared model for that. I think it's kind of nice to balance that out so that one person, if they get stuck in maybe a duty that's not necessarily the most attractive thing to do all day long every day, they don't get burned out from that. So I think a shared model is a good way to go, and we have other people that help out in different areas besides us. We have 3 behavior intervention specialists who serve into some counseling and social work, dean of students type of role, so that really helps us out as well too.
Being new to the school and in the district, a lot of names, families, faces to remember.
It's a lot of names and faces. Even today, I was looking at pictures of kids in the yearbook from last year, making sure that I was identifying the right student. But I had, having Colleen there for the last, month or so with me has just been the greatest blessing that I could have asked for. And it's afforded me some time to get to know all of the staff. So I've been able to sit down and talk with each of them and get to know them and their families, and that's been really wonderful.
What's your favorite thing about the new job?
I think the people work. Being able to spend time and get to know people and support people, that's definitely one of my favorite things to do, so it works out well.
Have we had the parent open houses yet? So you've had a chance to meet some of the families?
It's a busy night.
Yeah,
It's an hour and a half of just seeing a new face every 5 seconds and saying hi and helping them find their teacher. And
Yeah, I've been in Ann Arbor district was larger, but I've never been in a school that housed the amount of children that are at Northwest Elementary. So to experience that for open house and just how many parents are invested in coming and being there was really wonderful to see.
It is a big school. In fact, it's bigger than some school districts, the school itself. How big, which high school in Ann Arbor did you go to?
Well, I went to community high school, so I went to the
Smaller
small.
one.
Yeah, I went to the small high school, but I went to some of the bigger middle schools and elementary schools in Ann Arbor.
Hope you guys have a great school year, and
Thank you.
all of your little Mounties do as well. And if you saw Jeff on this show, you know, as a Mountie, you have to do the cheer
Go
at the
Mounties.
end. Yeah, we are.
Northwest.
West. Go,
Go
Mounties.
Mounties.
Good job. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
With Northwest's teacher feature, new assistant principal at Northwest Elementary School, Ashley Moore, and principal, Aaron Bush.